What do you mean by Sesame Streets? Hello people whose favorite character is Elmo. Yeah, I love the Elmo song. My name is Asi and welcome to another episode of How to Cantonese. Last episode we did the lazy consonants part. Yes, you've guessed it. This episode we're going to do lazy vowel parts. Well, more accurately, it's not vowel parts. It's just the sound that comes after the vowel. So in Cantonese we call it one mei Vowel-Ends. Yeah, let's get into it. I'm sure we'll be fine. Comparing to the sounds that we talked about in the last video, this one we're going to go through is a bit more difficult because it is more subtle in a way. And there's one thing that I kind of want to correct myself. So in the previous episode, I said the whole video was mainly for intermediate level learners because advanced level learners should have known this, and beginners, well, that's okay if they don't get it. I thought about this thing when I was prepping this video, and these kind of correct pronunciation is more like a thing for everyone. You can consider it as if you can do these kind of pronunciation rather precisely. It'll make you sound like, like a news host. How they speak, how they articulate things are more, sophisticated, that kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? And yes, I've rambled long enough, so let's get into the main topic. In this video, we're going to talk about 3 groups. Well, technically, don't worry, it's not a foreigner only problem. Many locals, especially younger locals, native speakers of Cantonese, cannot do that as well. You don't have to feel that bad. The camera doesn't agree with me and it refuses to focus. Focus! Hey! Without further ado, let's get down to business. So the first group is the NG sound versus the N sound. Yes, they look similar to the previous videos stuff, but this one is located after the vowels, so yeah, they're actually different. Well, we can also call it, can you please open your small mouth a little bit more? Please don't take that out of context. The point about this pronunciation NG is that if you're speaking out a character with an NG sound at the end, you are supposed to open your mouth after the sound ends. If you don't do so, which is if you close your mouth right after the end of the pronunciation, then it will become the N sound. Well, let's pick a phrase. A very famous example that is used to explain. Good. To explain this pronunciation conflict kind of thingy. 恒生銀行,恒生銀行. You can see how my mouth stays open right after the character 恒生銀. Oh, 銀 is not one of them. And 行. Close your mouth, then it becomes something like 恒生銀行. But that sounds a bit weird. Actually, more than a bit weird. If you're trying to grab the idea of how to pronounce it properly, you can exaggerate the pronunciation. 恒生銀行. And it granny outside is just talking to someone else. I'm quite sure her voice is going into the mic. 10 extra points if you can eavesdrop what she's talking about. Example sentence. 我要去恒生銀行拎新信用卡. Well, the sentence includes both ng sounds characters and n sound character. Try to say it like 5 times. Make sure you nail down each and every one of the pronunciations and then reduce the exaggerated movements of your mouth. Then you're good to go. The second group is the K sound versus the T sound, also known as practically the same thing as group 1 but just slightly different. So from the name you can tell, it is just the same concept. So when you're pronouncing the K sound, characters with a K sound at the end, you should keep your mouth open as well, or else it will become a T sound. Example characters. Ta, ta. If you close your mouth, it will become ta, ta. Can you catch it? Ta and ta. I guess if you understand what is going on for the group 1's pronunciation, then you know what's going on here. So let's jump right into the example sentence instead. 拆彈專家都係警察. Oh, I forgot to tell you the meaning of the sentences. Oh, my bad. So the meaning of the first sentence is, I have to go to the Hang Seng Bank for a new credit card. And the sentence for this one, 拆彈專家都係警察. The bomb defusing experts are also police officers. Okay, the third one is, well, it's kind of in both ways because people are pronouncing both characters wrongly, and yeah, they all get all mixed up and stuff. And the group is the ng sound and the m sound. Oh wow, we Cantonese speakers are really not getting the ng sound. Well, about this group, you can think of it as, okay, now this time you can actually keep your mouth shut, tight. And when I said tight, I mean tight. Again, please don't take that out of context, please. At this time, when you are pronouncing the m sound, not only you have to close your mouth after pronouncing the character, you actually have to keep your lips sealed. Well, just like when you're not sure about things and people are asking you questions, you tend to respond with an yeah, like that. So when you are not keeping the lips sealed, not only the secret will come out and the character you are pronouncing will become something ranging from an N sound to an NG sound. Depends on how big you leave your mouth open. The interesting part for this group of pronunciation is that in the old times, well, not that old, like a few years ago, people are referring to situations when somebody mispronounced an NG sound character into an M sound character, like the surname. It is an NG sound character, but people just pronounce it as because it's too much effort to keep their mouth open, apparently. But at least in my opinion, nowadays, it kinda works the other way round. Why I said so is because recently there are more and more Chinese immigrants, mainland immigrants coming over to Hong Kong. By the way, no offense, please don't take this into a political way. I am just here talking about languages. Thank you very much. Well, what does this whole thing have to do with Chinese immigrants? Well, the thing is, native Mandarin speakers tend to fail in pronouncing the M sound. Probably because they don't have the M sound in Mandarin. So, for example, these three characters often get mixed up a lot. They are sang, sang, as in raw, sam, sam, three, and san, san, mountains. I've been like way off the track. So let's get back to the whole NG versus M sound. And the example sentence time. 我3點鐘約咗陳生去行山. Well, this one has all three of them. Good luck. And the English meaning for this sentence is, I'm going hiking with Mr. Chan at 3 p.m. or 3 a.m. Do people actually go hiking at 3 a.m.? No, right? So yeah, this is the content for this episode. And let's do a very quick recap. We have discussed about 3 groups of vowel ends that can be mispronounced easily when speaking Cantonese. The first group is the NG sound versus the N sound. The second group is the K sound versus the T sound. So in order to pronounce the NG sound as well as the K sound correctly, precisely, you have to leave your mouth opened rather than closed. And the last group is the NG sound versus the M sound. To pronounce the M sound very precisely, you not only have to keep your mouth closed, but actually you have to seal your lips. Why do people do this Sunday? Shut up! Shut up! So yeah, that's it for today's video, and thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like down below if you do. Leave a comment down below if you have any interesting opinion or questions. Also subscribe to this channel for more Cantonese tutorials, time-lapse drawing, as well as vlogs, random vlogs. And recently my schedule has changed again. That's why you see, if you've been here for a while, you see my uploading schedule is all messed up again. Well, during October it's because the Inktober thing, and I have to try to cope with other working stuff. And this time it's because I've been moved to another workplace in a whole new schedule with one last day off. So I'm still finding a way to make time doing videos for the channel. And don't worry, I will keep on working on this video. They may be delayed, but they will never be cancelled. This is my promise. Pinky promise. Yeah. Show me your pinky. Yeah. There we go. So yeah, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!